음악이 내리고 나는 숨이 차 복잡해진 마음 숨을 내쉰다 오늘 뭐 실수는 없었어 나 관객들의 표정은 어땠던가
All right, welcome back to another K-pop lyrics breakdown. Let's get right into it. This is off a special request from I forgot her name, but thanks for requesting it. This is BTS's Epilogue. So just a quick disclaimer: this song, the lyrics are slightly more difficult for beginners. So if you've been studying for less than a year and you want to like kind of understand grammar patterns and how they're used, this is not a particularly good song to start off with. But if you've been studying for a bit longer than a year, stick along and you'll learn something. Okay, but because it's not a beginner's song, it's quite intermediate. In fact, I'm gonna skip over a lot of beginner details, or else it's gonna take a long time to go over this video. Okay, so without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so 막 is curtain. 내리다 means fall. go is and, right? So the curtain falls and 나는 I. 숨이 차. So 숨 is a breath, but 숨이 차 together means out of breath. So the curtain falls down and I'm out of breath. 복잡해진. So 복잡해요 means complicated. When you say 복잡해진, whenever you add a 진 to a verb or like or any kind of adjective, it just means getting, becoming. So this actually means not just complicated, it's like becoming complicated. 마음, and 마음 means heart. So the heart's becoming complicated. 숨 again is breath. 숨을 내쉰다. So exhale. So my heart's becoming complicated. My breath, I exhale. 호자. Next, 오늘 is I. 뭐 실수. What mistakes. So today, what mistakes? 없었었나. 나 is I. 없어요 means like don't have, don't possess. What does it mean? Today, what mistakes I don't have? I mean, it's kind of a weird way of phrasing it, but if you think about it, it's kind of saying today, who doesn't, what mistakes haven't I had? So it's kind of questioning what kind of mistakes did I have? Okay, strange logic, but it kind of works in Korean. Okay, so just kind of work on that. And our last part here is 관객. 관객 is audience. 들 means it's more than one audience. It makes a plural, right? 관객. 들. 의. And 의 is a possessive particle. Okay, so it just means this next thing belongs to the audiences. And this is, what's this? 표정. 표정 is expression. Okay, 표정은 어땠던가. So 어때요 means like how was it? Okay, so how was the audience's expression? That's what he's asking. Okay, and just to break down this part here, 어때요 means like 어때요. 어때, you hear it a lot, is how. If you use 상시옷 after it, it shows that it's past tense. And this also 돈 can be really hard to explain. Took me a while to kind of understand it, but just understand that 돈 is used after verbs or adjective to show past tense. Okay, I mean this shows past tense and this shows past tense, but it doesn't matter. You can use both together in the same phrase. 어땠던가. And if you see 가 at the end of a sentence, it could mean go, but in this case, it just makes this whole thing a question. All right, so great. The first kind of paragraph, pretty straightforward. Let's keep going on.
그래도 행복해난 이런 내가 됐어 누군가 소리지르게 만들 수가 있었어 작아지지 않은 영웅들을 품에 안고 집도 텅텅 빈 무대에 섰을 때
All right, it's a rap song, so this is a lot of lyrics to break down. That's why I'm gonna skim over. I'm not gonna go over every single detail. So let's go right into it. 그래도 is like even then, even so, right? So even all that stuff beforehand. 행복해 난, 행복해요 means like happy. 난 I. So even then, the happy me, 이런 like this, 내가 I. 됐어. 되다 means like to become. So even then, the happy me became like this. All right. So what does this mean? Let's keep going on to find out. Becoming like what? 누군가, that means like 누구 means anybody, but if you hear 누군가, it means anybody. Okay? I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. 누구 means like who. It's a question, who. But if you hear 누군가, it usually means like anyone. So 누군가를 소리 is like 소리 is the voice. Like is like 목소리. 목 is your neck and 소리 is your voice. 지르다. 지르다 means to scream. So 소리 지르다. You might hear in a lot of concerts 소리 지르. That's just a conjugation of 지르다. And what is this 게 here? So this is an important grammar rule. If you see 게 used after any kind of verb or adjective, it means to make someone. So this one is making everyone scream. Okay, making everyone scream. Okay, 소리 지르게, making everyone, which is 누군가, scream. 만들 is make. 수가 있어요. Okay, so 수가 있어요 is very similar to 수 있어요, which if you studied Korean for a bit, it just means can. Okay, can, and 수 없어요 is like can't. It's the opposite. So 만들 수가 있어요 means I can make anyone scream. I have the ability to make anyone scream. So even then, a happy person like me became like this, someone who can make anybody scream. That's what it kind of translates into. This part's kind of hard to explain. Okay, 채 is like all like still. 가시지 않은. So 가시다 is kind of like calm, like relax down, calm down. But 가시지 않다, if you have 지 않다, it just means like negative. So it means like still not cooled, like cooled down, right? I'm still not like, calmed down. 여운 is like an aura or like a feeling or something. 여운들, we just talked about this, is plural. 품에 안고. 품에 안고, you hear that a lot. It means on my chest. 안고 is like hug. So keep it, like hold it really tight. So I'm grasping this aura, from the stage, right? After performing. So I haven't cooled down. I'm still grasping this aura from the stage. And it's another word for still. 아직도. This is more common for still. 아직도 더운. 더운 means, 더우다 is hot. Sorry, 덥다 is hot. When you conjugate it to an adjective, 더운, 텅빈. 빈 by itself is empty, but 텅빈 together just means empty again. 무대, it means stage. 무대에 means at the stage. 섰을 때. So 쏘다 means stand. Okay, again, like 상시옷 after it means like past tense. And 을 때, if you see 을 때 together, it means when, which is like this thing right here. Boom, boom. Okay, so when I'm still standing on that empty stage. Okay, so far it's just like describing things, no real substance. Let's keep going on.
Downtown 빈 무대에 섰을 때 괜한 공허함에 난 겁을 내 복잡한 감정 속에서 삶의 사선 위에서 근실이 난더 무딘 척을 해.
Alright, okay, good thing that this is exactly the same as last time. 더운 텅 빈 무대에 섰을 때, when I'm standing on that hot empty stage. Next is, sorry, it's just a seat. 괸한. 괸한 is it means like pointless. Like 괸한, 괸히, you might hear that. Pointless. 공허함. 공허 means empty, and ham just makes it like emptiness, like a noun. Excuse me, I got a cough. So pointless, in this emptiness. 난 I 겁을내. 겁을내다 means like kind of like become a coward, be scared. So pointlessly in this emptiness, I get scared. 복잡한, again, 복잡하다 means like complex, complicated. And this time it's not 혜진, it's just 한. You just have a nian afterwards, which makes it describing this. 복잡한 감정. 감정 is feelings, emotions. Okay. 속에서, so inside my, 속 is inside. So inside these complicated emotions. Now here's kind of a hard vocabulary word. 삶의 사선 is like life or death situation. 삶 is life. Okay, this is more common. 삶의 사선, remember 의 is possessive. So this life's 사선 is like my life and death situation. 위에서 is like for something. To explain it is when you go drinking with your buddies, if you are of age of drinking, you might say 건강 위해서. It's like for health. 건강 is health. Okay, so in this complicated emotions, I live for this life or death situation, crisis. Okay, and then again, 괜시리 means like for no reason. 난, I, 더, it's like again. 무딘. So 무딘 just kind of means like dull or stupid. Like yeah, kind of strange word. 무딘 척을 해. So here's what we want to learn. 해 is like, 하다. 척 means like pretend to be. So 무딘 척 is I pretend to be dull. Okay. Another example would be 잘하는 척. If you know 잘하다 means do well. 잘하는 척 means to pretend to do well, which means you're cocky, right? You pretend you're good. Okay. So a lot of, like I said, it's very poetic. If you're just a beginner, this is a bit too hard for you, okay? And even if you've been studying for a bit, this song might not make too much sense.
처음도 아닌데 익숙해질 법한데 숨기려 해도 그게 안 돼. 텅 빈 무대가 식어갈 때쯤 빈객석을 뒤로 하네.
All right, and let's continue on. Have some useful vocabulary here. 처음도. So 처음 means first, and like when you add a do to something, it kind of means like even though. So 처음도, even though it's first, but actually it's not the first because the next thing is 아닌데. 처음도 아닌데. So even though it's not the first, and remember if you have 대, also you see it here, it just kind of signals that it means like but dot dot dot. Okay. Oh, sorry, I just skipped ahead. Let's go back. Okay. That's all right. So 처음도 아닌데. So even though it's not the first, 익숙 means like get used to. 해질. Remember we talked that 복잡해진, right? That means like becoming more complicated. This one's like becoming more used to it, adapting. pop한데. So pop하다 means like I ought to get used to it. I ought to be becoming used to it. Okay. So even though it's not the first time, I ought to be becoming used to it. Kind of hard to understand, but don't worry about it. It's just a song. 숨기다 is to hide. 로 means like intention. So I want to, like I'm purposely hiding. And like again, 도 is like even though. So even though I'm purposely trying to hide, 숨기려 해도 그게 안 돼. 그게 is that, 안 돼 is can't be good. That can't do. Okay? You'll hear 안 돼 a lot, means like not good. Don't do it, or there's lots of different meanings depending on the context. But 그게 안 돼 means that won't do. 텅 빈 empty 무대 stage가 식어갈 때쯤. Okay, so 식다 means cool off. 식어가다, if you add 가다 to some verbs, doesn't work for every verb. It just means it's continuing that way. Okay, so continue to cool off. And like I said again, 을 때 together means when. So when the empty stage is cooling off, okay, 쯤 is like about. So when it's cooling off a bit, about then. 빈 it means empty again. 객석 is the seats, but specifically of an auditorium. 뒤로 하네. So 뒤로 하다 means I leave behind. Okay?
지금 나 위로하네. 완벽한 세상은 없다고 자신에게 말했나. 점점 날 비워가네. 언제까지 내 거일 순 없어 큰 박수 갈 제가.
All right, and let's continue on. There's a lot of lyrics here, so we gotta get through it quickly. 지금 is now. 나 is I, but now means like, this is the direct object particle 를, right? Okay? So 지금 날 위로하네. So 위로하다 is to comfort. But who am I comforting? 날. So I'm comforting myself, actually. I'm the object of the verb 위로하다. Okay? So now I comfort myself. 완벽한. So 완벽 means 완벽하다 is perfect. 세상 is universe or world. So perfect world, 완벽한 세상은 없다고. Okay, 없어요 means there isn't one. So there isn't a perfect world. But what does 다고 mean? When you use the word 다고, it means everything before what you said, or the last phrase before what you said, is in parenthesis. And then here he goes. 자신에게, myself to. 자신 is myself, 에게 is towards. 말해. So I said to myself, 완벽한 세상은 없어요. There's no perfect world. I say to myself. That's what this whole phrase right here says. Okay? Why is it not 없어요 다고? Just, you don't have to conjugate it. Just op, and then keep da and add a go. Okay? It just means quotation marks. Okay? 난 is I again. 점점 is little by little. 날 피워가네. Remember, 피우다 means like to empty, to like how do I say, like release myself. So slowly I just release or empty myself inside. 언제까지, always. This whole phrase is kind of together. 내 것일 순 없어. So it's hard to explain. It means like it can't be mine. 내 거야. 내 거야 means you hear a lot. It means mine. So 내 것일, it is like thing. So my thing, 수 없어, just means like it can't be mine. Hard to explain. Sorry. 큰 is big. 박수 is clapping, and 갈채 is cheering. So 박수, 갈채 together is like clapping and cheering. So what can't always be mine? The loud clapping and cheering, right? You know, people can't be famous forever. But you know, he always wants it, right? Always can't be mine. The loud clapping and cheering. But yeah, he's talking about I don't know, trappings of fame. Let's keep going on.
이런 내게 말을 해 뻔뻔히 네 목소리를 높여 더 멀리 영원한 관객은 없대도 난 노래할 거야 오늘의 나로 영원하고파 영원히 소년이고 싶어 나.
Okay, so went a bit too ahead, but let's look at this last phrase before the chorus. 이런 is like this. 내가 내게, like I, 말을 해, I say. So like this, I say to myself. He doesn't say to myself, but it just means I say all that to me. 뻔뻔히. It means like shamelessly, without any kind of shame. 니, your, 목소리. I told you what 목소리 is your voice. 를, 목소리를 높여. 높다 means like high. So 높여, 도 is like more. 멀리 is like far. So 높여 도 멀리 together means like raise this voice. So you raise your voice even higher. 영원하다 means like forever. So 영원한 관객. So audience forever. 없대도, even if I don't have an audience forever, I 노래할 거야. If you hear 을 거야, it means like will. So this is sing. So 난 노래할 거야, I will sing. 오늘 is today. 의, 나. So the me today. Today's me. That's how I translated it. The me today. 로 is like this way. Like this. Through this. It's hard to explain, but for example, you use this if you say, I'm going to take this highway to go somewhere. You say, this highway로 가요. So 로 means, so this one, 오늘이 나로. So that means through the today's me, 영원하고파. I want to be forever. So I want to be like this. I want to be today's me forever. So why is it 하고파, not 하고 싶어? It's just slang. 하고파. Okay, just remember that. You don't hear too much in formal settings. And then here again, 영원, 영원히, this time is an adverb. 영원히, 소년 is like youth, I guess young as well. 소년 이고, so be, right? 이고, so 이고 싶어요. So I want to be forever young. 난 is I. Let's continue.
Forever we are young. 나리는 꽃잎이 사이다 헤매어 달리네 이미를.
Okay, so this phrase, you won't learn too much besides the vocabulary because it doesn't really have too much meaning if you look at the translation. 나리 is like flying. 나리는 꽃잎. 꽃 is flower, 잎 is leaves. So flying petals, 꽃잎. 피 사이로. 피 P is rain. Sai is like inside. And remember I told you ro means like through this. So through the flying petals in rain, right? Hemeo is like wander. Tali is run. So wandered running. Hemeo는 이 미로. 미로 is 이 is this and 미로 is maze. Just remember for hemeo 달리, it's combining two different verbs together, and you'll see that a lot in Korean. Okay, they'll combine two verbs together. So this is like wander running. Let's keep going on. All right, and we finally reached the last part. So 넘어지다 means fall. So 넘어져 is the conjugated form. 다치다 is to hurt. So 다치고, go means and, right? So fall, hurt, and 아파도. 아파 is hurt. It also means hurt or injure or sick. 또 again means like even though. So even though I fall, hurt, or pain, I didn't write even though here. I should. Even. So even though. Even though I fall, feel pain, or get hurt. 넘어져 다치고 아파도 끝 없이. 끝 is like end, right? So 끝 없어요. 끝 없이 means without stopping, without an end. 달리 is run, and 꿈을 향해. So 꿈 is dream, and 향 is like direction, and 해, towards that direction. 향해, towards my dreams, I will keep running, right? 끝 없이 달리 내 꿈을 향해. All right. So thank you for listening to this. Like again, this is one of the more advanced ones, and also songs I've broken down. It's also a rap song, so it's actually, even if you're a beginner or intermediate, this is not that a good way to learn Korean, but I took it as a request. I'll suggest maybe following some of the other songs that I've broken down that are slightly easier and are sung. It's just because the fact that melodies stick in your head a little easier, and the lyrics that are sung are a little easier to memorize and like form patterns. Okay, that's just my experience. I haven't really learned too much Korean through rap songs because it's just too much. It's a bit too complicated, and rap, there's a bit too much slang, stuff you probably shouldn't use. But in any case, if you like to learn it, keep requesting it. Okay, so I'll see you next time. Thanks for checking it out. It's been a long one. See ya.